I apologize for the atrocious lighting, but it's nighttime and I'm using my car and blah, blah, blah. And speaking of apologies, Ellen's back. Is everybody excited? I know I'm not. I'm more excited to probably rip my toenails out tonight and then pour salt on the open wound. That's how excited I am that Ellen's back. But let me not be such a dick. Let me like dial it back a little bit. Ellen came back after I predicted 2 years ago. Like I'm just saying, everybody else not was thinking she was so kind and wonderful and everything, and I pointed out what an asshole she was, and how she's a secret sadist, and how she's just kind of a big fucking bitch. I just pointed that out. And I guess an article broke, and you can look at like my old videos on her, just the whole Ellen's a shithead thing or whatever. And it was not a good summer for Ellen because Ellen had to face the fact that she was kind of a jerk off. So everybody was waiting all summer to see if she'd address it. Like she'd address, calling employees names. If she would address, telling Russell Brand that he didn't have to go over and talk to the common people in one green room because there's a green room for people like us. If she would address the fact that she told a allegedly, this is all alleged, that she told a autistic employee, why is he looking me in the eye? Because you're not supposed to look her in the eye. I mean, in her defense, if you do look her in the eye, you will automatically turn into a lesbian. I don't know what it is, but I think Anne Heche a long time ago was a straight woman. I think she was dating men, and she looked in Ellen's, big, I think they're blue pupils, and something happened where she's just like, me likey vagina now. Me likey vagina attached to Pinocchio boy looking woman. That's just what I like, and that's just what I'm happening. I mean, Ellen gets hot ass. Let me give Ellen some props where props is due. There are people, I mean, you ever notice that and first of all, let me get this out of the way. I'm not mad at Ellen because she's a lesbian. I don't care if she's a lesbian. I don't care if she's bisexual. I don't care if she's straight. I don't care if she's transgender. I don't care if she's pangender. I don't care if she wants to dye her hair blue and her entire body with it and call herself and identify herself as a fucking Smurf or a Smurfette, whichever, what is that? Gender not right anymore or something. But, yeah, Ellen's just kind of an ass, and that's all there is to it. And, you know what? But she came on and she kind of sort of addressed it. But first off, let me just set up the weird, like, scenario of Ellen's premiere. I'm not used to this COVID life at all. Like, it's gotten stranger and stranger. I thought one of my friends was kidding when she said that baseball now has like a soundtrack, like of people going and yaying and shit like that. I'm like, there's no way they're doing it. And then my uncle Mickey told me that wrestling is doing that. There's a crowd noise, but there clearly is no crowd. What kind of schizophrenic fucking bizarre nightmare non-utopia are we in right now? It's bizarre. It's like every day. I imagine this is what it's like if every day you woke up and just took acid. Like every day you just took acid. This is what you would see. People in masks. You would turn on the TV and Ellen would be talking and there would be people clapping and laughing. And then you would pan to her audience and it's a series of screens that she calls her virtual audience. What the fuck? Why? Why even have an audience at that point? It's just weird. It's distracting. Luckily, it's not the shots on the audience the entire time, but she came out, so let's just go over her little apology thing. She came out, she's like, did everybody have a good summer? I know I did, trying to make light of the fact she used to, beat interns with mops and stuff like that, because, it's funny, but now she's changed. And she did a pretty good job saying, listen, I'm human, I make mistakes. She did this one thing, she's like, a lot of times a long time ago people said, I'm the be kind lady. I'm the be kind lady. Because I said, be kind to each other. And she said she started saying be kind to each other because of some hate crime that happened to a kid and he ended up killing himself. And that's awful. And I'm glad she started her be kind thing. But really, that's not completely true. I mean, you did start the be kind like saying, but you also acted like you were the be kind lady before that. Like I've said before in other videos, you told Nicki Minaj once that you could never have a rap beef with anybody because, quote unquote, I like everybody, which is an obvious lie. You don't like Kathy Griffin. You didn't like Joan Rivers, which is why you never had her on your show because you thought she was a mean person. You didn't like mean people. Irony, you turned out to be one of them. But yeah, so that's just part of the reason why people started to call you, I think, on your shit is because you're not a nice person and you're not who you said you were. You can't listen. You set yourself up for failure when you came out there and said you like everybody, and you came out there and said you just want everybody to be, just peaches and apple pie, and you just want rainbow farts, and you want, unicorns to dance around everywhere and everybody to hold hands and sing kumbaya. That's not who you are. That's just not who you are. You are not that woman. You know why you're not that woman? And I'm not that man. You know why? Because real people who are real good and honest people don't have to tell people they are. And don't have to act like they are. They just are. They just exist. Sexy Monkey, a good person. He just is. He doesn't have to toot his own horn and say he's a good person. You were a sadist. I fail to believe that unless you went to some major intensive therapy and find out why you're so angry and think you're so better than everybody that you've made a drastic change over 2 or 3 months. I think what happened was the world shit on you. Ellen didn't like it. So she, threw a bunch of money at employees that are still left and were, tied up somewhere, or, the one she didn't have killed. And she came on and is trying to be better, which is good. She's trying. But I think underneath it all, you have to get to the essence of who you are. And what I pointed out before about her, all of her jokes and all of her stunts on her show seem to be at the benefit was for her and at the expense of other people. And it was always to make people uncomfortable. I mean, when she asked Nicole Kidman about why did she wave that way at the Oscars, she was obsessed with it. Remember when she got Mariah Carey? She said, I heard you're pregnant. And Mariah Carey didn't want to talk about it. She said, oh, yeah, there's lots of rumors out there. Oh, well, we have a glass of wine ready for you. She's trying to make a woman drink or not drink alcohol to prove that she's pregnant or she's not pregnant. Leave it the fuck alone. It's not your business. That's why people get on you. It's because you're kind of an asshole. That's why people were on you. Okay? That's exactly why people were on you. Now let's get to a real fucking show right now. Again, this is going on with other shows, but hers is probably truly the most bizarre I've seen so far. Like I said, she comes out, and I assumed what happened was that maybe they spaced people far apart. Like maybe there's like a person here, like it's like at the movies, and then there's like 3 seats gone, another person, 3 seats gone. Because I heard this crowd, and the crowd was crystal clear. And then she goes, so this is my audience. And they cut camera to her audience, which are a series of really oblong screens, and people all excited that they're there, even though they're not there. They're sitting at home on Zoom or some shit like that. And, they're all, clapping. And I don't think even the audio was actually the people that were sitting there in their little fucking, chambers watching her. It was fucking bizarre. I can't get over it. And it's not the only show to do that. Apparently yesterday they had the Emmys. Am I the only one who's, lost the sense of time here? Like, who knew the Emmys were even on anymore? Remember every year, like, oh, the Emmys, oh, the Oscars. All of that means nothing anymore because no one gives a flying shit because it's all weird shit. Like, didn't the nominees for the Emmys and shit like that, weren't they all, like, from their house? Like, I saw a thing where Jennifer Aniston was in her bathrobe putting, like, a makeup mask on. Like, everybody's just being a lazy ass. Like, yeah, was I nominated for something? Okay, I'm going to do my acceptance speech. They can cut the they had cameras on everybody just to catch the reaction. I'm going to be on the toilet. Yeah. Oh, it's almost out. It's one of those big nugget ones. Hold on. Did I win? Oh, I won? I won for Best Actor in a New Drama. Oh, God, yeah, that's great. Now I'm going to jerk off to celebrate on camera because who gives a shit about anything anymore? But weirdly enough, Jimmy Kimmel was on stage somewhere in a studio with, like, what the fuck is happening? What is happening? I'm just so fucking frustrated with everything. But as for Ellen, let me just wrap it up by saying, it was a good apology, and I'll just leave you with this. One of the things that she said, and she did this thing I can't fucking stand. You know what? Don't throw out injustices in the world and pandemics and all that stuff that's going on. She's like, right now there's so much more stuff like pandemics, racial inequality, hate crimes being committed and all that. That doesn't excuse the fact you're a fucking asshole. Okay? That doesn't excuse the fact you're an asshole at all. That'd be like me coming on here being like, listen, I am not going to rip on celebrities. I'm not going to be a raging dick. Why are you guys picking on me for yelling about Wendy Williams and her frog face and her big fat ass? Why? There's pandemics, there's forest fires, and there's rabbits starving in China, and probably children too, just the boys because they throw the girls in the dustbin as soon as they get them. But yeah, there's more stuff. Like, no, that doesn't distract from the fact that I'm being a raging dick. And by the way, unlike Ellen, I own it. I just do. So yeah, I'm sorry if it's not the best video I've ever done. I've had a fucking day. Actually, I've had a fucking week. Trust me. But leave comments below on what I should react to next. But Ellen, yeah, I hope she does better. But we'll see. We'll see. And I don't think Ellen will be able to resist though. I know that type of person. Ellen's what, 60 at this point about? You really can't change that much around that age. I really don't think so. I think that she's going to wait till it dies down a little bit, and she's going to have somebody on and find out an uncomfortable secret about them and just keep probing and probing them, and that celebrity's going to go home and shoot themselves in the head, and then she'll be acquitted. But you know what? And she'll make another apology. Yes, Blibbity Blue, the actress, blew her head off the other day, and I've had a really bad fall because people are blaming me for it because I said I heard that, there's a rumor going around that you had a three-way with Leonardo DiCaprio and a midget. And I just wanted to know if it was true or not. When she kind of hemmed and hawed about it, I showed a video of the actual threesome. And I just thought it'd be fun and something she could do. But apparently, I have to own my mistakes. And yeah, her blood's on my hands and everything like that. But I'm going to try to do better. I am. Virtual audience, clap. Will we even have an audience at that point? I don't know. But yeah, so Ellen's back. I wish her well. I don't wish her ill will or anything like that. I wish everybody well. No, not everybody. My co-host Eric, no. And Piggy Patterson, definitely not. In fact, I don't wish a lot of people well. Oprah, not really. Madonna, no. Brianna, she's okay. I'll get back to you on who I wish well.